I think Notting Hill is exactly right for you. David has been wanting to move into a turnkey house, but he's got very specific taste.
The kitchen itself is not my style. It's a little bit too traditional. As an interior architect, I am going to be pernickety. I don't understand why it's so difficult.
With £2.5 million, you're not getting the turnkey property.
Cool, look at this.
We've just started up previewing for 2 new clients.
You can even see St Paul's Cathedral from here.
They're looking for something with a little bit of a wow factor.
Do you think it's a bit too dark for Peter and Rob?
It might be.
Yeah.
And here's the master. It's not massive.
Yeah, maybe a little small.
The main concern is I'm kind of running out of options.
I think Notting Hill is exactly right for you. It's cool, it's trendy, it has exactly the right sort of people here. You've got people who are the stalwarts of your industry. Kelly Hoppen here. You have film stars, you have Ricky Gervais, but it's also got a family feel.
Yeah, and I love this area. Notting Hill is a great place.
David Price is an interior architect, but he's also a friend. Come on, then. And David has been wanting to move house for a number of years because he has a growing family.
I need to make a decision whether I buy something that's already done up or do what I've always done, which is buy a wreck and then do it up.
Yeah.
But I'm just getting to the point, especially with a 3-year-old child, that I can't live on a building site with a 3-year-old child. So I think I need to buy a done-up house.
But I've known you long enough that I know aesthetically how demanding you are. I'm not convinced that you will buy a house that is done up. But knowing you, knowing your aesthetics, one of the challenges that I've got with David is he's got very specific taste. And whilst I think he thinks he can move into somebody else's taste, in reality, I think we're going to have a very different reaction.
You know, if you think by the end of this process that you can make a decision on which way to go, I think you're a better woman than I think you are. Let's have a drink.
Yes.
We want to extend our family, and I need a bigger house. As an interior architect, I don't think I'm going to be that difficult. I am going to be pernickety, but I know that it has to be the right one, otherwise there's no go.
Today we're in East London with my colleague James Clark, and we're looking at a French Huguenot house. Well, there's only 4 streets of these French Huguenot houses, which were built in 1719. Right. I'm the owner of an independent buying agency, and we've just started up previewing for 2 new clients because they're incredibly busy people.
Hello, hi there.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ben from Hampstons International.
They're looking for something with a little bit of a wow factor, a little bit unusual. And the Huguenot houses were actually built for the French Huguenots, who are master silk weavers.
It's on the market for 2.25 million.
They're steeped in history, and they very rarely come up on the market. Wow.
Wow, this is stunning.
Original Huguenot panelling.
Wow.
We can't say this hasn't got the wow factor.
No. It's a nice little room.
Yeah. Peter and Rob would love this room, you know, to read the Sunday papers. And actually, there's some really good light coming in through the window. God, I love this banister. It's great. Gosh, what a beautiful kitchen.
Yeah, it's huge as well.
It's even got the original butler sink.
Do you think it's a bit too dark for Peter and Rob?
It might be.
Yeah.
I love all this panelling everywhere. Ah, at last we find a bathroom.
Well, at least they've done it in a good style.
Yeah. This house is working sort of 50-50 at the moment.
All right, so this must be the master bedroom. Good size. The fireplace is great. Loads of original panelling.
But here lies the problem, this panelling.
Yeah.
It's going to be protected by law.
Right.
It's very historic, which means that you can't remove it, and the clients are not going to be able to knock this wall through to give it an ensuite bathroom.
Right.
Peter and Rob are quite specific in what they need. They must have a really, really good master bedroom suite. They're not going to be able to have an ensuite bathroom. It's a huge pity. And they really want to have their master bedroom suite quite far away from their guest suite for privacy.
So guest accommodation?
But it's right above the master.
It's not ideal.
No.
Especially with the noise transference through these old floors.
Yeah. Even though I think they're going to love the feel, it's not really giving the layout that they really need. I think I'm going to have to decline it. Such pity.
I've chosen this property in Notting Hill because it's quite stylised. So I'm very interested to see what his feelings are about seeing something with somebody else's stamp on it. David, my client.
Hi, I'm Alex, Stratton Parker. Feel free to walk around and I'll be upstairs.
OK, David. Drink it all in. David thinks he can move into a turnkey house. I don't believe it. It's open plan, which I think works for you.
Oh, definitely. It keeps the family together. We're all in the same room. I'm watching telly, cooking, entertaining. It's all going to work very well. Although I would paint it white. That's my minimalist style.
You've got a kitchen over here. Again, open plan.
And the glass cupboards. Yeah, and that wouldn't work for us. Although I'm anally tidy, I have a wife and child.
Yeah.
The kitchen itself is starting to look dated in terms of the detail and the things that's on it, and a couple of chip paints, but I'm being pernickety. I think I'm always going to want to change the house, even if it is a turnkey. But it's the level of change.
This is the master bedroom.
Previously, I've always bought Rex, but I've just had enough. It's a boudoir.
Every man needs a boudoir.
Yeah, not a married one.
What about the size?
Size is good. What's the view like?
It's a London view.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yes.
Yeah, OK.
You're in the centre of London. That's what you're supposed to see. Bedroom 2.
OK, it would have to be redecorated. But okay, I'm being picky. But,
you are.
But yeah, but it's a good start.
Right up to the top floor. We're now going to look at the outside space.
Is this it? It's not very big, but I've got a dog and a child.
You walk your dog on the street?
Yeah, but she does need to go out in the garden, run around and just have a little bit of a play. I think Tracy has done well to find this house, but if she can get me something very similar to this with a bigger garden, we'll struck gold.
With probably another £1 million on the price tag.
Technicality. Come on, this is your job. You're supposed to be...
We've got to work to budget. I think, which is what I thought all along, that we're going to end up with him realising that with his budget, he's going to have to roll up his sleeves and get it sorted out himself.
It's just up here on the right.
Today we're going to look at a 2,000 square foot penthouse.
Wow, look at that view.
It's fantastic,
Yeah, you can even see St Paul's Cathedral from here.
isn't it? Oh, yeah, so you can.